Dude, this is my third attempt at this video. So day 30, and I was saying in my other two videos that I kept getting interrupted for. What I've noticed, and it took me 30 days to notice this, is that the videos that I do in the Jeep have the most views as opposed to the ones in my backyard. And I'm like, I thought people would like the scenery in the backyard, but apparently you guys all like the Jeep. So we're gonna do this one in the Jeep to say thank you. Thank you for watching. Someone commented that they binge watched my videos the other day, and that was pretty cool. So thank you for watching, whether you watched one or all 30. I didn't even watch all 30. Sometimes it takes so long to process. What's up with that? Anyways, so I'm trying to think of what I want to share with you. I'm not sleeping at all. So not sleeping. So I've been up since 3 a.m. till 6 a.m. I decided to do some work. So if my posts look a little bit wonky or weird, it's because I was tired. The ones that I did today. Then I went back to bed a little bit and I went shopping, and oh my god. So I went to a mall by myself because I needed some clothes, because last time I didn't get to look. So I'm going by myself. Wow. At one point, I'm like, because every store you go in, you have to use hand sanitizer. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to use my own. I'm not, and I would just pretend, because I'm like, you guys are going to burn my hands. And then the whole mask thing, I had to keep taking it off. And it's really weird because in the mall, no one really says anything to you unless you're going to the store. So walking in the middle, I took it off, take a breather, put it back on. Had to go take a break in one of the little sit down places, and I felt better after. And the whole time I'm like, you're okay, you're okay, you're okay. And this might be a little bit controversial, but I'm gonna say it anyway. As I was thinking in the mall, and I've thought this before, is that how powerful we are. How powerful we are to either be told, be suggested to us, told to do something as a collective, and we do it. And I would say 95% of the population are okay with it, and they just be like, okay, well, that's the new normal. This is something that I'm told to do. I'm okay with it. I can get used to it. It's just part of who I am. And then it turns into, now it's a fashion statement, and it matches your clothes. And, I was observing how easy it is that we just accept what we're told, right? And I'm not even talking about the germs and the stuff, and it's just anything, right? It could be anything. Hey, do this, okay, and we don't even question it, right? Like with the school thing, with the kids going to school, I'm like, why don't the parents protest this silly business? We're going to separate the children and there'll be enough room. And no, there won't be, because I saw a picture of, it was the Barrie CTV News, and it showed the higher ups in a meeting, and they were spaced apart 20 feet from each other. So if they're doing that, how is that okay for our kids to not do that, right? They're just so, look, we're social distancing, but now your kids are going to go in this big thing, and just so much controversy. Just some of my brain just wants to be like, help me understand this. We're just so okay with everything. And I'm not okay with it, but I'm in the middle, not really the middle. I'm just like, what am I going to do about it, right? And there's some people who are okay with it and they just go with it. Some people are in the middle where they're like, I'm not okay with this, but I'm going to do it anyway, which is kind of where I am, leaning towards the next step. And then the next step is F you, I'm not doing this. I'm going to say I'm exempt and, whatever. But I just wonder, how are we not getting so upset and so wordy about things, and we're just okay with them. That's just sort of what's going in my brain right now. And maybe this video will get a thumbs down, I don't know, but this is what's going through my mind today, and it's it's just sort of where I stand, and I don't get it, but and then your brain wants to go, okay, well, this is the new normal, and do what you're told. And you hear people say mandated, and they go, oh crap, well, if it's mandated, then I have to do this. But just, I want to feel for myself. I want to feel you know. And then going back to the powerfulness, we're so powerful. On the other hand too is, you know, we're so powerful that we could actually flip it on its head, but we're not, right? So it's just this, my brain, where it's at today, because I put myself in that position on purpose. Whereas before I would avoid going anywhere. Like when we found out we had to wear masks, I'm like, well, I guess I'm not going anywhere. And now even me, like, I'm like, okay, well, my brain's like, okay, well, if you want to go somewhere and you want to buy something, then you have to buy into it. And I'm like, I'm never buying masks. I'm never doing this. I'm never doing this. And now I'm doing this because it's like almost like you don't really have a choice, right? And so that goes against everything that I've learned with ayahuasca, is that we are free and we have this choice, and we're not making them because we don't want to stir the pot, or we don't want to like ruffle feathers. This is what we were taught our whole lives, right? And I'm not even saying I'm going to do anything about it because I feel like I can't. I feel like that's why I quit my job with the school board. Is one of the reasons why I quit my job with the school board, is because I was an advocate for a special needs boy, and I was in kindergarten and he was going to grade 1, and I actually advocated, and I went to the principal and I said, can I please go with him? Like, whatever you have to do, whatever I have to do for me to go with him to support this little boy, because he's not going to have the same support he has in kindergarten when I'm with him. And the principal looked at me like I had 3 heads, and I'm, no. Well, you can change your position, but you're not going with the little boy. And that was like the final straw, right? So I have always had this thing where I'm very passionate about something, but I feel like my voice doesn't matter. Like, I'm like, hey, let me go with this kid. I'll change my whole job position, right? And then boom, nothing. And you can't do anything about it. So what do? I quit my job because I'm like, well, I don't have a voice here anyway, so I might as well just leave because my voice isn't heard. Like, even these it's like this environment, these environments are like so heavy. They're so like this, right? And it feels like one person like me, one person cannot change anything, even though I'm super upset about it, I'm super passionate about it, I'm super advocating for this. I feel like it's not right. So there's got to be something that shifts. There has to be something in the collective. And if you're watching to the end of this video, I need to tell you, as a psychic, intuitive, prophetic person, September is going to be a big one. September is going to be like just big shake up. So maybe it'll have to do with what I'm talking about, right? Maybe we'll get more of our voices across. Maybe we'll get to change things, or maybe we'll just like be like, whatever, okay, I'm just gonna do what I'm told, right? So just my very heavy subject for the last video, and I wasn't planning on doing this, but so get ready for September, okay? So thank you so much for watching my Unearthing Jen videos. I really appreciate all of your views, and apparently this one's going to be a big one because it's in the Jeep. Bye.